I was trying to beatbox. It just sounds like I'm eating food. I'm pretty stoked, dude. I finally fixed the nipples on this little thing, so that's a win. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartors. Happy to be here with you guys today. It's a little bit of a laughter scale. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to train yourself on joy, okay? Let yourself feel it. It is a good day to die hard, is it not? Shout out John McClane. Shout out, actually, all those who deserve a shout out. And that's called covering your bases. Sometimes you forget dates, anniversaries, birthdays, but if you just stay up to date and keep saying, hey, happy birthday, happy anniversary, sure, it might not mean as much when it eventually is that thing, but you know what? You can't get in trouble for forgetting it. Look at me, sharp as a whip. That doesn't happen to me. I don't forget things. Actually, scratch that. Guys, I forgot something. So today was actually supposed to be the 5-year anniversary of the podcast. In fact, I knew about it. I have a ton of decorations already ready to go. And halfway through the week, I went, wait a minute. It was on the 22nd. That means I need to do the anniversary episode next week afterwards, because that's what you want to do. And I only thought that because back here in the background, there's a bunch of twos here. Subconsciously, I started thinking 22nd, 2. But if you look right here to the left, it actually says March freaking 12th. I have the date right here and I forgot about it. So this was supposed to be an anniversary episode all along, and then I forgot and I canceled and I didn't follow through on the things that I wanted to do in the first place. So now I lose. So shout out failure, because I really dropped the ball, and it's embarrassing, but don't worry, guys. Next week, I'll get the ball back, okay? I've never really had the ball in the first place to drop it, if that, brings you any sort of comfort. It makes me feel better, but I'll get over it, okay? I need to work on, figuring out how to interpret shame, because I got to tell you, eventually, when I learn to really be embarrassed by my actions, I'm going to be growing so much as a person. But right now, I'm really sticking to my own motions, staying as who I am as I am, all right? This is no better exaggerated or exampled by my freaking door dashing habits. Guys, it's a problem. I come on here and I brag about it. And again, this goes back to the lack of shame. I come on here and I genuinely brag about it. I'm like, dude, I've eaten so much food. Yeah. Put on 20 pounds. Yeah. Of muscle? Nope. Yeah. Fat. So it beckons me, it calls to me, and I hate it, but I love it. And it's like the Green Goblin mask. It really is just, Pizza Parker. It's like, wait, did you say Pizza Parker? And I'm back on the app again, dude. Every single time I keep trying to lock it in. So I need a little bit of that shame, that embarrassment to go, is this who you really want to be? Okay? Because I like to gain and lose the same 20 pounds over and over again. Admittedly, that's my routine. All right. Everyone tries to lock in because they want to have a new routine, a lifestyle, health. I just want to be healthy. I just want to lose weight so I can put it back on. And in fact, I blame my friend Drew for this, my recent slide, because I've been gaining weight. In fact, I already gained the 20 pounds back. Then he went, hey man, what's your secret? You keep talking about and bragging about, because I do. All this door dashing, this egregious, foul consumption of gluttony. What's your secret? What's your diet? What's your workout? How do you look so good? Now, he didn't, say it much like that, but I was reading heavily between the lines. He had a freaking microscope, but I got there. And, he was being nice about it, but genuinely just complimentary. And that threw me off the wagon that, again, I wasn't on to begin with. I was like, oh, my wagon, didn't even see it. It's cleared the horizon. But that just put me further down in the slide, and it's become a problem, dude, because I realized I'm not as motivated or disciplined as I thought. All right. I only seek to get to a point to go, oh, yes. Oh, I made it. Finally, I can throw it all away again. And it sucks, dude. It sucks because I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm like, all right, man, we got a lot of before photos here. Where's the we're supposed to have a transformation here at some point before, and I can't even count them all up because the DoorDash notifications popped in. It's like, hey, your Chipotle here. All right. So it's an issue, dude. It's not fair that the DoorDash app is even on my phone, okay? People talk about, if you're going to read the Bible, get the actual physical book, because having the app, it's so easy to get distracted and walk away and do other things. That's how I feel about the DoorDash app. In the very same system that I'm logging my workouts and filling out my fitness pal, boom, DoorDash, would you like to get something? You seem hungry, Big Judas. Order something. It just pops up. Not even if I've ordered something, it says, you feeling hungry? Come on in. I go, whoa, hot dog, pin a rose on my nose. I'm here to play, baby. And I do every freaking time, man. I cannot help it. So I got to get my act together. I really do. But you know what? If people are still being complimentary, I go, well, dude, what can I say? I don't want to be a Greek god, the Greek god bot. I don't want to be wheeled away to a museum, because apparently that's how I think people are looking at me. I got to DoorDash some more. What choice do I have? I'm so persuasive to myself, man. Only about the things that I really love, like DoorDash, like food, like not moving. Oh, I could talk myself into not moving for days. In fact, I have. Ah, man. My memory foam mattress, it needs to start forgetting. Let me tell you this thing, because I'm building a crater over there. The evidence, you're like, somebody hasn't moved in weeks, man. This thing's a freaking snitch. It's remembering a bit too much. I blame the weather, though. And look, I don't like to talk about the weather because I don't want people to be misled and think I'm more adult than I am. Like, that's a very responsible adult conversation, and go, oh man, the rain, we needed this, right? What's going on? Some people are out there, they're dealing with the elements. I also don't want you to think I'm just even leaving my house more than I do, because I don't. Like I said, freaking soaking in this thing. But the weather has been pretty nuts. I mean, we've had like 70 degrees, hurricanes, typhoons, wind, snow. There was a meteor in freaking Ohio recently, okay? I mean, it's like end times. It's end times in Ohio. The whole book of Revelation was probably written about Ohio. Like, then there'll be strange signs of weather. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do that actually forever. So if it is the end times, guys, I gotta lock in. I can't be raptured. A gluttonous fool. Can't. Dude, imagine Jesus comes back and just got barbecue sauce all over my face. I've been waiting for you, God. Sorry. I know you said you take care of yourself, but my body's a temple, I swear. But it's just, how long have you been watching? But we'll get it. We'll get it together. I mean, we won't, but it's nice to dream. So anyways, guys, if we're in a bit of a pickle, I don't mean to run through the same gambit and beat the same dead horse over and over again. Sorry. Oops. Oh, jeez. But again, it's late. It's going to be a bit of a shorter episode. And that's not because I've fallen behind on things. Sure, I've dropped the ball with both the anniversary and my diet. But I've also dropped the ball with forgetting thing. I really set myself up for failure, but I'm sharp as a whip. He never forgets a date. I also forgot I'm watching someone's dog this entire week. Okay. And to my credit, okay, because I don't like character growth. I like to make excuses for myself. At least on the podcast, where it's an exaggerated form of freaking awesome. I take no credit for my failures. I'm perfect in every way, and no one can argue otherwise because there's only one microphone and I'm using it. But I swore off dog sitting because I was doing it before. Anyone in that little neighborhood, my name got passed around through everybody, and I was watching someone's dogs like every freaking day. And that was fun until I started doing voiceover full time, and I kept trying to lug all my equipment and make these little portable booths every time. It just became too inconvenient. I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm only watching my aunt's dogs. I'm only keeping it within the family. So imagine my surprise when a couple hours ago, somebody texts me and says, hey, we're leaving at 3:30 a.m. Head to the house as soon as you can. That'd be great. And I went, oh, freaking what? Check the calendar. Boop, bloop. Yeah, months ago. I'm talking back in 2025 ski, okay? I'd agreed to watch someone's dogs, and It's 3:05 a.m. I gotta leave in 25 minutes, okay? So I'm here. I finally got back. I've, again, completed all the back burner, taken care of business, forgot about the anniversary, but I've made amends by apologizing for it, kind of. And it's next week's gonna be phenomenal. But I taking care of my work. Yes, it's late. Yes, my sleep schedule is out of whack. But my work schedule is in whack. I'm a little bit of ahead of the times, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. And, again, diet's piss poor, but it's okay. And now I got to freaking pack everything up and go do this whole inconvenient shtick again because I'm the fool. Oh, it hurts to be a jester. Jester is what I meant to say. But you know what? I am a good jester. What can I tell you, man? You know what? If you want to be a reliable guy, forewarning, all right? You are only rewarded with more chores, okay? The guy who comes through is only given more things to come through on. That's just the way that it is. Late night, hey, we need somebody urgently. Someone better go down. I say, yes, for sure. Okay. No one goes, you know what? You got us last time. We're gonna find somebody else. You always show up, man. You always take care of things. I'm gonna give you a pass. They go, oh, you know what? You know who's gonna come through. You know who's gonna be there. Big T-Bird. He'll be there. He'll have a burrito in his hand, but he'll be there. And I will. It's gonna be fine. The dogs are gonna be great. So, I don't know, I'm going to have to start lying about work again. Not that I've ever done that, in case there's any employers watching. I've only lied to a couple people, but not you, all right? See that, guys? It's a little trick. That's how you talk your way out of trouble. Damage control. In the business, we call that covering our feathers. But it's a thing. Dude, you can strong negotiation tactics. Nuh-uh, not you. Oops, whoops, didn't mean it. I mean, I could edit that out, but will I? Probably not, because it's late and I don't have a choice. So, anyways, this is a bit all over the place. When is it not? I don't mean to imply that we're ever really on top of things, but I am excited to go hang out with those dogs. I will be honest. And the toilet they got, phenomenal. It's like Japanese or something. Speaks to you. Heated seats, massage, plays music, bidet. I've never used a bidet, I'll be honest. I'm too scared, all right? Like, I'm just not... I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's pleasant in a certain way, but, like, when I use the potty, all right, I'm used to attack only. I'm not used to the toilet parrying my moves, okay? I don't want to be countered. Like, any sort of splashback, it's going to freak me out. So I get scared, and I'm just not ready for it. My brothers are getting bidets, though. Good luck to them. Although I had to let one of them know. I was like, dude, you still gotta. He's like, at least you don't gotta buy TP anymore. I was like, no, you still gotta wipe though. You still gotta wipe. Look, if you spray a hose in the dirt, man, that doesn't wipe away the dirt. All that does is create wet dirt. I'm talking mud, okay? And if you don't wipe, you're just gonna let that crust. And I'm sorry if anybody's eating, but look, don't let it crust. This is a freaking PSA, public service. That if you guys have got a bidet and you're just letting it crust, you're not fixing the problem. Especially, look, we're Italian, all right? At that point, it's just like rubbing Play-Doh in the carpet. He's a grinder just to get through that after that. Anyways, guys, we'll move on from that. But I just want to let you know that, it's not safe out there. Bidets are dangerous. But dangerous. So what's been going on with me? Last check-in. Has anything exciting happened? Not necessarily. Been getting owned in pool by my little brother. Man, I was telling him how I had dropped the ball recently. I was like, man, tough schedule for the boy. All right, just getting annihilated, shoulders hurt, trying to take care of things. Forgot the anniversary. It is what it is. And he's like, hey, I'm stopping by. I'll play some pool. And then he whoops me in pool. And I'm like, man, I'm just taking L's. And then he sends me the little digital thing. He's like, hey, rematch in pool, beats me in that. Something about that. It's like blood in the water to him. He's a shark. He's like, oh, you're on a losing streak? It'd be a shame if somebody added to that. All right? And I know some people and family are like, yeah, I'm proud to see my little brother succeed and be worthy competition and take me on. I'm not. I don't want that for him. I want to stomp him to a pulp. I want to be better than all of them at all times. I don't want some sort of worthy competition. I want to reign supreme, wear the crown, sit in the throne. Porcelain even, but with no bidet. But, and he's just been absolutely annihilating me. So shout out to all who need shout outs, but shout out to baby brother Nicholas. He's always, I talk about him all the time when I go, he's my baby brother. And people are like, wait, the guy that's 6'3", freaking tank? Yeah, it's I don't know if that's an Italian thing, but dude, your younger siblings are always your baby brother, all right? Even my grandfather, he's like, you talking about my baby brother over there? What? Uncle? What do you mean? He's 75. But you know what? A baby brother is always a baby brother. You shaming me? You shaming my baby brother? Huh? You talking about my family? But shame on little brother, actually, for beating me in pool. It's just, that's shame. It's a shameful act, okay? But don't let me win. I'm gonna rise, guys. Have no fear. Anyways, I guess I could finally catch you up on the news a little bit, if that's the sort of thing you're interested in. Although we missed the boat. I was going to talk about Bam Adebayo last week, but you know what? It's the heat, the tension. It was hot off the presses when it happened, but it's not really newsworthy now. At the end of the day, the biggest gripe was somebody had broken Kobe's record for the most points, all right, if you're not informed. And all that really means is that someone else is second place. And it's always, there's going to be a lot of feelings around that, but everyone's forgot, all right? Bye-bye, Bam. Bye, Bam. So it is what it is. But I will say, guys, speaking of super cool talents, I got this ball, all right? Now, this isn't the one I've dropped, but I was out with friends, and I had probably the coolest moment that anyone has ever had in their life. I mean, for my bar, all right? Again, a little on theme with somebody getting second place. Like Kobe's record was, you get a silver medal. Like, whoa, someone took second? That was me, dude. I don't even know if this was a second place cool factor. It was probably bronze, maybe even fool's bronze, which is even worse than fool's gold. But we were out, and right behind us, we were at a table, right behind us was a claw machine. And they go, oh, those freaking, those claw machines, dude, they make you think like you have a shot, but they just steal your money. It never works, and it's so weak, it's got no attention, just making fun of the whole thing. And I go, oh yeah, for sure. I'm reaching, not even looking back, I'm reaching behind, throwing $1 and blindfolded. And they go, what? Are you really trying? You're really gonna try this? And I was just doing it to make their point. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to play in the act of, look at this. I was like, it's not a waste. And I was hoping the egg would be on my face. Like, oh, well, look at that. It is a waste of money. But as I was doing that, again, not even looking, I just go, not even half a second. Button hit, boom. They go, are you freaking kidding me? I got this ball. I won the game. Grand prize, winner. In the face of danger, sure. All right? He doesn't take care of his body, sure. He doesn't take care of his work, sure. He forgets the dates of his podcast, sure. He gets owned by his family, sure. He freaking, never mind. That's all I had. But you know what? I win the claw machine, and it was the coolest moment I've ever had in my life, and I got this sweet bouncy ball. Okay, now again, is it the coolest thing anyone has ever done ever? Probably, but you know what? It's not, but it is for me. Okay, so much. I put the sunglasses on inside, and I went, well, I think it's time we bounce. Yeah, CSI Miami style. And I left. In fact, I don't know if I can hang out with them again because I know I can never top that. They never do anything wrong, but I just know that I'll never be able to be better than that guy. I'll never be able to really be Bam Adebayo to them. I'll always be fool's bronze. But in that moment, I was Will Chamberlain. So, anyways, it's all really exciting. It's all really, really cool. I also just went to go see Project Hail Mary. Now, this movie just came out. In fact, I think it's only officially releasing today, so I'm not going to spoil anything, which I tend to do. I will say, freaking beautiful, gorgeous cinematography, world building, acting, charisma, funny. Oh, it's so good. It was so good. And that's all I can really give you is buzzwords. And I went there completely on a whim. It's one of my favorite things about living right across the street from a movie theater is that I was just like, oh, freaking, it starts in 3 minutes? Oh, I'll go. Loved it. And no one was there either, which is good and bad. As I've told you plenty of stories where, there's just people yelling at me and I'm dumping Raisinets on people. So I do like a little bit of company, but it depends on the movie, I guess. However, it was phenomenal. I think I'm also not the biggest, I would like to be, but I'm not the biggest or best critic of movies or of anything, really, I tend to just be so excited by life. Like, this is the greatest thing to happen ever. I mean, I just told you a story about me winning a bouncy ball. It's like, this is the coolest anyone has ever been, ever. Coincidentally, it's me, but that's just how I feel about most things. I get easily excited and over-exaggerate. And I'm not over-exaggerating to me. I'm not even exaggerating. In fact, I think I'm under-exaggerating. But, so I can't give you like a proper lens. Maybe the movie sucks. I have no idea. But to me, it freaking rocked. Go check it out. It's super, super fun. Speaking of things that are not super, super fun, maybe. I meant to, maybe we'll do this quick because last time I tried to talk about this on the podcast, the freaking camera broke and we got haunted by ghosts. So what I was trying to get to was a couple of those news articles. One was Bam Adebayo. The second was Reese's Cups scandal. Okay. And this is a whole big thing, maybe. It was, you know what, it was the top. I clicked on Google News and that was the number one. I don't know if that's just my algorithm. Other people are getting, wars and plagues and diarrhea on theirs, but mine was like Reese's Cups. And they're like, oh, freaking, this is gripping. This is startling news. So the main gist of it, I don't have that pulled up in front of me, but I memorized it. The gist is that Brad Reese, descendant of the Reese's throne, okay, he loves to try all the different themes and packages of all the new Reese's Cups and pumpkins and bats and Christmas trees and Easter eggs, whatever. And so every time there's a new one, he goes and he buys a Reese's bag and he tastes them out and he's like, I love Reese's, that's my family, yeah. By the way, insane that he had to go to a local CVS to go and get these things. Dude, he's heir to the throne. He is a Reese. These are Reese's Cups. Why is Reese having to go out and buy his own cups? He should just have a supply. They should be at his door. Really, freaking taste testing. Tell me what you like, Reese. Please, let us share your cups with the world. But nay, he's got to go out and get them back. It's a real messed up sort of business they're running, but it's far from the point. The point is that he went and just tried those recently for either Valentine's Day or some sort of shamrock thing. I don't really know, but he tried it and he went, ugh. He said, I had to spit it out. He said, I took 2 different bites and both times I had to spit it out, which is blasphemy. They are taking his own name and they're driving it into the ground. And he starts looking through the back because, look, this is Reese's Cups. This is Brad Reese, okay? And he's like, these ingredients are wrong. He starts seeing that it says chocolate product. And then he starts digging deeper into his own Hershey's empire, Reese's empire, whoever makes it. It's all together. It's all chocolate. Or is it? But I guess they started changing up the recipe and they've been cutting costs. So they haven't been using like true cacao. And he was miffed, pissed, peeved, okay? And he's just really bummed out. And I don't know what he's going to do about it. I mean, those are his cups. Honestly, I would be too. If I was selling things called Tristan's cups and these weren't lived up to par. In fact, these are not my cups at all. This isn't even my recipe. But they're trying to cut costs, and he's really bummed out about it. So apparently, they're trying to make it even worse. And if you guys have been out there having Reese's Cups, and we've all experienced this. I assume we should have all been like, oh, what's going on? They've changed the recipe. I mean, not me again, because going back to the movie, I tend to just experience things for the high. I'm like, yes, freaking, yeah, Reese's Cups. I also eat things so fast, I couldn't taste test a thing. I couldn't tell you what I'm having as I'm having it. Like, is that all gone? I don't even know what it was, all right? It's like Bob's Burgers. All right, today ate this. Oh, I don't feel like a sponge, Bobby. I just eat things. As soon as I put them in my hand, I put them in my mouth, all right? And that's a problem. That's my problem. So, again, I'm not really the best judge if the recipe is bad. So, I'm curious what other people think. I'm curious if other people have been tasting Reese's Cups and think, man, these things have gone downhill. They've ruined the Hershey's name, the Reese's name. Who is Hershey? Does Hershey own Reese's Cups? Does Reese's Cups own Hershey? One of the two. Either way, they're both going in the toilet with or without a bidet. Full circle. Anyways, it's a problem, and it really bummed me out, dude, and it scared me. I mean, there are few things that are sacred in this life anymore, okay? And one of them are that when you know that you open a freaking Reese's Cup, that you're going to be smacked in the face with a wonderful blend of peanut butter and chocolate, okay? And it's going to be crispy, and the edge is going to be oh so tapered, right? just beautiful, like the ripples, the edge of a cup, dude. It's like when you wear textured socks for too long and you pull them off and your feet have got that weird, like, it's got the texture of a wicker basket, and that's what a Reese's cup is, dude. But I guess they're changing it. Apparently, though, the upcoming Easter egg ones still have the OG recipe, and you know what? Brad is bringing this news to light, so get on that, complain, picket. I mean, I always say I could never boycott. I could never hold a picket sign. Not that my time's too valuable for that, but it really is. But, what am I going to do with a comment, with a sharing it on a podcast? What am I really going to do in life about anything big? But this might be something worth fighting for. I don't know. Time will tell. Again, not to me, I guess, but for other people, because I'm not going to notice. That's all I'm going to do is just the same going down. Let me tell you. So it's a thing. Go out and try that. And if you really are pissed about it, at least go get the Easter egg once. Enjoy your last hurrah, or write a letter. I don't know. Also, I guess there's some big new super blood moon coming up. That was the other thing that I wrote down, and that's all I have. It says new super big blood moon, or like something like that. It literally says in my notes, or something like that. I clearly wasn't too enthralled with it. Like, it's whatever. Once in every 10,000 years. Although that eclipse a couple years ago was pretty exciting. And look, every freaking, not even year, it feels like a couple times a year, this is the first time or last time this is going to happen in thousands of years. And we all go, oh my gosh, I don't even care about the freaking moon, but I wanna, right? Because it's so rare, I feel like I have to. And, when that whole eclipse happened, that's what everyone did. Everyone was outside. Everyone was watching it. I don't care. I don't care about the sky. I don't care about space. I'm not going to go up there. All right? The only thing that I should be caring about are Reese's Cups, but I eat too fast to even really pay attention. But when something's rare, I'm like, yeah, let me get out there. I'm going to experience it. Yeah, it's exciting. But I feel duped. I feel tricked. You know what? I put a lot of work into getting out there, wearing those sweet goggles that people were selling on Marketplace, and I experienced that eclipse. And like, well, there will be more. We were just pranking you. You clickbaited me, world. And that's simply not fair, but it is magical. It's magical that we treat things with the rarity that it has, even when it's not. If only, dude, people would treat life like that, They go, this is the last sort of moon or eclipse you're going to see in an odd number of years. But I tell you this much, this is the last March freaking 21st of 2026 that will exist ever. There will never be another one. What if you treated every day like it was rare? Sham no joy, coming right back at you. Dude, that's how you need to live with more. I can't think of it. Describe rambunctiousness, no. Virality, no. Vitality. I can't. Freaking, my vocabulary ran out. I used it all on snacks and poop jokes. Dang it. Anyways, you guys know what I'm trying to say, and what I'm trying to say is something full of wisdom and it's sage advice, and I have to admit, we all feel a little uplifted by that. And that's not just me saying it. Everyone's saying it. They're all saying he's very talented. So anyways, it is getting to the point that I gotta go let these dogs out. So guys, that is pretty much all I have to say. Live life, live it rare, live it up big, fix the recipe. Movies were good. Don't forget about the dates, all right? Don't sleep in your mattress too long. Get outside. Order DoorDash if you want, but make sure you eventually figure out that after photo. And when that after photo hits, people are going to lose their marbles. And when I see it, I'm going to double dash even harder. Why do I want to be in shape? I don't need any reason for that. But I'm going to get in shape so I can get out of shape, because that's part of the spice of life. The spice of life is, why would you want to raise your cholesterol? So I can lower it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Full Circus. And next week will be the proper 5-year episode, the 5-year anniversary of the show. And we'll figure out something special. Or we won't. You know what? We don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But we would like to underpromise and overdeliver. I don't know what we'll do. We're just going to say things like we normally do. This isn't a polished show, okay? This is a stone you find on the beach, and it's got no polish. It's just a normal stone. What is this? Is it good to be? It's nothing. It's just a rock, okay? There's no lipstick on this pig. It's just a hog. But rest assured, we're happy to be here and happy to oink with you any time of the week. Guys, thank you so much. I love you to itty bitty pieces, even the smallest ones, even you. I'm iffy on you, but you know what? Because everyone else is included, shout out to you. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. But dude, this ball rocks. My victory. Yeah, I've already said bye, but I'm gonna say it again. Peace. Whoops, sorry. Some fun of you a day.